this wonderful atmosphere. And there's Simon Poidevin leading on his team now. And I'll just ask Terry Tilden, my co-commentator, if he just read through some of the names, because they may become confusing to you later on.
That'll be true. We've got a lot of names here and a lot of reserves that will be running on and off during the afternoon, Barry, so perhaps there will be some confusion because a lot of the numbers that are being allocated have been allocated on a 2 or 3 times basis in some cases. So let's run through the President's 15 for a start. Number 1 is John Bell as the loose head prop. Rod Seiler will be playing in the hooking position in number 2. Dave Perrin, number 3, he'll be playing the tight head prop. Dave is from up around Newcastle. John Bell and Rod Seiler are local Dirty Red players. Bruce Warboys, ex-Dirty Red player, came back for the day. Richard Gordon is number 5. They're both playing into the lock position, or the second row as it used to be called. Number 8 is John Searle, who is a developmental officer of the New South Wales Rugby Union, an ex-Goulburn Dirty Red, came back specifically for the day. On the flanks we have number 7 number 7 is Don Picken. He plays for the Southern Districts Club in Sydney, as does the number 11, the winger, Stephen Cabot. Stephen, as you may or may not know, was the leading try scorer in the Sydney first grade competition last year from the Southern Division. Southern Division finished 4th on the competition, and to be the leading try scorer in the Sydney competition from a team that runs number 4 isn't 4th last not a bad effort.
There's the wide world of sport just coming over now, Terry. To take some
smile.
shots.
I'll put my hat on so I don't illuminate the camera.
Terry, just interrupting very quickly for a moment. John Osborne, one of the hallmarks of rugby in Goulburn for many, many years now, up in the Maitland area, Newcastle area, has just been given the privilege to kick the first ball off on the oval today.
John was here in his capacity in the as a leading light in the lands department, and he was instrumental in gaining the rights to control this ground to the Rugby Trust. So he holds a very exalted position in the history of Goulburn rugby.
Well, the foundation of this oval, undoubtedly.
More or less, I'd say that was pretty well the case.
The game
is well underway.
We're looking at play now, and running from right to left. The President's 11 are running from the right, which is the northern end of the ground, and they're attacking the. And on the far side, is that Scabot? Is it Scabot on the far side?
Now you know why he's the leading try scorer in Sydney competition.
He was further out than one of Gordon Cabot's sheepdogs to take that pass, unmarked, and a beautiful run down the far flank to score right in the corner and put the President's 11. Of course, they've got the assistance of a nor'easterly blowing this afternoon, so
which is very uncommon for Goulburn.
That's right. The President's 15.
What did I say? 11. Number 11. Number 11. I said you've got to listen. You must listen. If you want to criticise, you've got to pay attention.
Now Terry's just outside the broadcasting box here, having an argument with the local identities, but coming back inside, please, Terry. Here's the kick.
Kick is unsuccessful into the northeasterly.
Is that Ben Pearson just taking that kick? I think Gordon Bray.
No, Stephen Cabot was the kicker.
Oh, as well, was it? Right. Okay, now we've got Gordon Bray, who is the celebrity referee here today, attuned to the rules undoubtedly, and usually he's in our position, Terry, on the sideline.
And probably does a hell of a lot better job, well, in my position anyway.
Matthew Onions, sporting the ponytail, he is playing fullback, I believe, today in Simon's side. He drop kicks the ball off to the far side. It's in the ruck, and out it comes quickly to the President's side, right across to Fitzgibbons. Out there it goes, and it's knocked forward, picked up quickly. This is Lucas running the blind side. Gets it out to Onions. Onions looking for support, but has lost the ball backwards. And Poidevin's 15 is going in hard after the ball. Out it comes quickly. Southwell gets it back again. Southwell again with a run around. The ball's gone forward though, and picked up by the President's 15.
What was Cutler doing out there in the centre?
I think he may have been loafing. It's in there a long time. Joey Fitzgibbons gets it out quickly. Out it comes to Searle. Searle running the blind side, but runs into a brick wall in Lucas. The ball is loose on the ground. Now it's been picked up. Going forward to the President's 15. No doubt they get a clean heel here.
Poidevin 15, coming back. Bennett.
Bennett's looking for it, going in after it.
Billy Kev is having a rest.
I think they're all resting. Billy Cooper's on the far side of this maul. The halfback, Bennett, is looking for the ball, and the first penalty of the match. Out it comes quickly. A good work by the Poidevins. Yes, Cutler's conspicuous by his height, no doubt. And another whistle from Gordon Bray. And the feed and the loose head will go to the Presidents of 15. Billy Cooper, a local former prop for the Dirty Reds on this side of Simon Poidevin's team.
Perhaps, Barry, I might quickly go through the Poidevin 15. I didn't get right through the President's 15. We finished at Joey Fitz as the halfback. Jeff Scales, the 5'8", on number 10. Mick Reed is playing on one wing, as Steve Cabot on the other, as we've already mentioned. Paul Falcon, Damien Hanna in the centres, and Matthew Clems, the fullback. In the Poidevin's 15, we've got Billy Cooper, an ex-Goulburn Dirty Red, playing in the loose head prop position. Lance Walker from Sydney and Mick Murray make up the front row. Steve Cutler and Phil Clements, both the ex-Wallabies, playing in the second row or the lock positions. Simon Poidevin and John Reardon, the local Dirty Red breakaway. He's playing breakaway, and Peter Lucas, an ex-Wallaby, also an ex-Dirty Red, playing in the number 8 lock position. We go then to the halfback, which is number 9 scrum half Jason Bennett. Paul Southwell, ex-Teachers College student here in Goulburn years ago, playing with the Teachers College club. He's playing 5'8" at number 10. The wingers are Mick Martin, he's an ex-international. Jeff Choyer, Scott Clemmer in the centres, and Andrew Poidevin is on the wing. Matthew Onions is fullback. Right, Simon.
Simon Poidevin making a strong run down the right flank. Loses the ball backwards, picked up there by Lucas. Lucas looking for support back inside, but the ball has gone loose. And the President's 15 has picked the ball up, holding it up in play, waiting for it to heel it back quickly now, but coming in strong is Poidevin's 11.
Interestingly enough, the two Clem brothers are playing in opposite sides.
Yes, it's come out to Poidevin's side too. Good work by them to win that ruck, and it's coming out again quickly and coming the blind side. Once again is Lucas. Lucas looking for support, and it's come back quickly to Reardon. Reardon's now held up in the ruck. The ball is out though. The touch judge has his flag up, or the linesman has his flag up. The referee, Gordon Bray, unable to see into the stiff breeze and hasn't recognised the flag, but he's put it down between his legs now, the linesman. So yes, so the game goes on. Let the game begin, he says. Out it goes there. Cabot's very quick on the far side, has support too, gets it away, and streaking down the far side is, who is it, Terry? Can Mick Reed. Reed's picking it up, and another try. This time it'll be right between the posts, taking the score along to 8 points to 0. 5-10.
10 points to 0. 5 points for a try, Barry. You're showing your allegiance. 5 points for the try, 2 points for the conversion, and 3 points for a penalty or a drop goal.
Thank you, Terry. I note that Cutler has come off. This grass is probably a bit too long for him here, and not used to this beautiful tablelands clover.
There will be replacements right through the game, Barry. On and off is being accepted by both captains, and the replacements will be taking place right throughout the entire game. All the reserves will be taken on and given a run at any stage of the game.
Not really confusing to us, really. You know, we've got it right underhand.
The ball's gone.
Not in hand, underhand. Terry, did you say the score? Did they kick that goal? I wasn't watching.
No, the goal was not converted, Barry, so the score remains at 10 to 0.
10 to 0 in favour of the Goulburn Presidents 11. 15. You said 11, I can't get out of my mind now.
Number 11, I said number 11. It's the only number I can see. He's running, he's that quick.
Out it comes quickly to Scarl. Scarl fires it away. Out there to Falk. Falk loses the ball over his head. Clem picks a loose pass up, gets it away. Out to the winger on this side. Martin, is hammered into the ground. Oh, a beautiful Walton hammered him right over the touchline, and it will be a line out about 30 metres out from the President's goal line. 10-0 in favour of the President's 15. Scrum going down. They've been pretty good scrums today, Terry, so far for early in the season.
The scrummages has been pretty good, very technical.
Joey Fitzgibbon's coming around the scrum quickly, but out it goes to Clem. Clem straightens play up, but he's hauled it immediately 25 metres out from the President's line, and they're pushing them back here, and it could be a President's feed. President's 15 feet, I'd suggest, as the referee Gordon Bray is slow to make a decision, isn't he? Don't you think? Is he sort of not used to the thin air of the tablelands?
It might have been the altitude. He has not used to refereeing at altitude.
Like we made that 5 minutes ago for him. But there you go.
I can tell you, I refereed the last quarter of the Golden Oldies, and it's a lot easier to referee from where my position's been over the years on the sideline than it is out in the middle.
Twinkle Toes Fitzgibbons charges straight back into the fray and making good ground. His pack is right behind him now and looking for the ball to come out, but there's been an infringement. An infringement been pulled down, and out it goes to the far side very quickly as Alan Carty, former Wallaby, walking past there. Should be out there playing, actually. Ball is fed away to the left side. Out it goes to Bennett, Southwell rather. Southwell looking for support, gives it back to the ginger-headed Bennett. Bennett, a very crafty little halfback, is looking for support but is grounded 22 metres out. So 10-0 in favour of the President's 15. Billy Cooper charges up. I think that'll be Billy's run for the day. One a day, isn't it? But Billy is making good ground, and out it comes quickly. Poidevin looking for support. Out it comes, but they've lost the ball. They've been harassed by this very young side of the President's 15. But they gained a penalty from that play. The ball has been lost once more. Fundamental areas by the Poidevin side is costing them dearly this afternoon.
They awarded the penalty though, Barry. There has been an illegality in the tackling department by the President's 15 right on the line, and I think it was young Matthew Clem that was penalised in that instance. And the penalty has been awarded to Simon Poidevin 15. Looks as if Jason Bennett is going to have the kick a goal. Perhaps this is the time when they can put some points on the board.
Which he does straight. No, he doesn't. I think it's been waved away. Yes, it's been waved away. And the score remains at 10 points to 0 in favour of the President's 15. The Mayor of Goulburn, Margaret O'Neill's just arrived in her Cadillac. And she's been supported by a lot of people here today who witnessed this history in the making of this oval being opened here this afternoon. And as Terry mentioned a moment ago, there have been a lot of interchanges, so please bear with us with some of the names because it is a little bit confusing. There's the kick. It goes to the, looking at the ground once more, the President's side is attacking from the northern end. Back it comes to Scarl. Scarl straightens play up. A very heady player. Scarl with a long forward. You can pick him out very easily. It comes the blind side. Out it comes now. Brims, Gary Brims feeds it back inside and it's been lost backwards, but play on, says Gordon Bray, the referee, and some strong rucking going on right on halfway. It's, you can almost hear that decision. He thinks out aloud, this referee.
Yeah, it was on the ground, as he was said, and the ball was not to come out, so the feed has been given to the attacking side. In this case, it's the Poidevin 15.
Bennett to feed the scrum on the open side.
Fitzgibbon has been replaced by Copeland at halfback.
I thought Fitzgibbon was playing a good game too up until he was replaced. He was doing a lot of harassing.
He was. He's a very, very heady and very aggressive player, is our Joey Fitzgibbon, and I think he's probably having a rest, giving Copeland a chance to play in such exalted company. I think a lot of that will take place today.
Bennett fades the blind side. Poidevin looking for the ball then, but the ball was lost once more, and it's gone to the possession of the President's side. Coming the blind side for the Martin looking for support, and he's...
Stuart McGregor has replaced Martin. It is number 11, Stuart McGregor. Stuart McGregor is the son of Bear McGregor, who is an ex-Dirty Red player. We've got sons of Dirty Red players playing today.
This scrum going down almost on halfway. That's the Channel 9 helicopter from the wide world of sport you can hear over the top. We were asked to go up there and commentate, but Terry and I decided to stay on the ground.
I need my glasses this close. And Clem's got the ball, he takes it.
Clem's 10 metres from halfway. His
brother tackled him.
Out it goes to Cabot. Cabot this time as well marked. They realise he is a danger player, scoring the opening try here this afternoon. 10 points to 0 in favour of the President's 15.